Welcome to the CFG Gamecast, episode number 221, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode weekly and release on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, subscribing, and sharing on our YouTube channel, the CFG channel, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today, I got my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Hello. I was having a lovely, just nappy kind of Saturday, and then I had a missed call from Smitty. He was like, "Are you coming to podcast?" I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm watching Rick and Morty." What? I have time. He was like, "No, we start early now." I was like, "Oh, shoot, you right? I'm sorry, I'm coming." At least I had my topic ready. I was good to go. But this week was a little busy. I took a birthday girl out shopping. She had a delight, and I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Got some reading done. Got some chores done. Doing some spring cleaning. I got a new nail set for Pride. Woo, woo, woo. I've just kind of been chilling. I've been doing a lot of research on some new indie spooky games that I'm really excited for. I'm on this computer. It's on the other computer. But I'm excited. I've got like a good lineup for this summer of games I'm going to play, which is very exciting. Some are spooky cute. Some are super spooky. So we'll see. Basically, my threshold is at 0 now, so I don't know if I'm jumpy anymore. I don't know if I've got like the blood of steel in me still, or that just disappeared. So it'll be a fun little game of will I get terrified or not? You know? So
You mean sort of steel? What was the name of the game that you said that you recently played? That was the camcorder game that you're in the middle of the forest.
Oh, Shush! I think it's called Shh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that gave you a lot of jump scare initially?
No. I got through it. The first try, Jadzia jumped up. She's usually pretty quiet, and it didn't register on the mic. Because if you mute the mic, it says it across the screen, like basically muted, like you're cheating, and like the timer stops. And I kind of like gave her a little bit of attention. I unmuted, I kept going. She was watching the screen, and then she meowed, and I died on the first time. There was a couple of like spooky things that happened, like a torso just like flew at me for no reason, but it made no sense. So I was like, this is silly, but like you could kind of time it. So then I started again. I get her off my desk, and I got through it the second time because it's 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But at the time, there wasn't a lot of like storyline to it. I haven't gone back to it since I think they've added since. But yeah, I don't know. And I watch a lot of spooky things on like my TikTok feed because a lot of my friends that are content creators play horror games. And so I watch their stuff, and Adam will jump next to me, and he gets terrified. I'm like, you didn't see that coming? Come on. They basically wrote it on the wall. Hello? But we'll see. I'm excited.
Well, there's some games that are coming in the future, so we'll see how that goes. But hey, Lex.
Yes. Oh, here he comes.
Do you know who's bringing Fubu back one day at a time?
I do. His name is
the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty on the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling. Got some multiverses in. Had a lot of fun with that game. I totally forgot I'd gotten that came out. And I just primarily that and catching up with Destiny 2, gearing up for the final shape on Tuesday. The end of the Light and Dark saga is coming. So I'm pretty pumped for that. Other than that, though, actually got 2 streams in this past week. So yay, go me.
I can't believe you forgot about multiverses. We were supposed to co-stream on one of those days.
I know. Dude. I'm glad that you backed out because I totally forgot.
Dude, Adam, I think it was yesterday. He gets off work and he goes, I'm going to go play multiverses with Smitty. I was like, oh, he's playing? He's like, yeah. He posted that he was live. And I was like, okay. And then he comes back about 30 minutes later. He goes, he is not live. I am a day late. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, why are we getting notifications now? I want to play with him. I was like, just text him. He's like, I don't want to bother him.
I saw today that was it today or yesterday? He sent a message via Steam, being like, "Cause I was on the game, or I had it up, but I wasn't actually there. I had stopped because like the girl woke up from a nap or something. But I left the game up too. So whoops."
That's what he saw. I was like, he's probably not at his computer just texting me. He's like, I don't want to bother him.
That is funny. Right. That does sound about right.
He was very upset though. I do declare he was very upset. It was cute.
I just been doing the riffs and stuff like that.
Dude, it's like you have to
you're right. It's gonna take forever to get, because the one currency, dude, you barely get any of the one currency that you need to be able to get characters. I was like, this is brutal.
Yeah, it's slow, dude. Like, I mean, that's the one knock I have on it, man. Like, remember the one thing I was worried about was how strong their microtransactions were going to be. I don't mind like I said, I don't mind microtransactions. But be fair about it. But this is like,
right.
This is just like ridiculously aggressive, like way too aggressive in my opinion. But and I mean, don't get me wrong, the game itself, it's fun. It's definitely fun to play. But it's confusing, man. Those menu options aren't really, like there's so many things that are happening. Like the riffs are separate, is a separate menu, and there's like multiple riffs. Currently, there's only 2, but they already have it laid out to have 6 here in the within the week. Then there's also multiple events that are happening. Maybe because it's just this is 1.0 that it's out. That they have more than one, but it's just it can be overwhelming for a person that's like, just installed the game and just trying to get in. It's like, oh, let me play a 2v2 game. Yeah,
Since I got a little bit of time in, I definitely feel more comfortable navigating the menus and the different things and stuff like that. It makes a lot more sense to me now. But yeah, I need all them risks, because right now we have till like I can't remember.
I want to say the 3rd or the 4th for one of them. No, or was it the 8th? I can't remember.
That's for the Joker event. That is
How long
ending
does
soon.
It take to get through the riffs?
I mean, you could do the riffs in one run, but it's like it takes time though. It's like it's not like it's going to be something that you could do in 30 minutes. It's like, and it's also, you would want to have like,
it's not just fighting either.
Yeah,
some of it's like mini game type things.
Oh, okay. So one riff could take you an hour.
About an hour would probably be the best way. It could be the best way to describe. I would say it's about fair, because Joker took a bit.
I think it's sooner than that though.
If you want to get everything,
I mean, if you're going through.
If you want to get
everything,
it takes about an hour.
Some things you can't get though.
Oh gosh.
Like there's like one of the things unlocks if you have a character that has a graphic tee on. They have to be wearing a graphic tee. And obviously that's another thing, to either you go spend the money and get a graphic tee, or I didn't even look to see if I can grind to get the t-shirt.
I got the graphic tee Velma. I don't know how I got it, but
are you serious?
Yeah. Huh. I got the graphic tee Velma one, the one with the Joker with the Joker smile on it.
I didn't get any. No, I do not have a graphic tee.
Yeah, because like that's what I'm saying. It's all jumbled up, and that's what drives me insane about it. Well, before we go any further, but Dragon Reaper 24 says, "I'm curious if Jason from Multiverses is good to play."
Him.
He is really good to play.
Love him.
He is fun to play.
Yeah, I've been doing work with him. I have been doing absolute work with him.
All you have to do is just creep up to a person, get that sleeping bag out, and just beat the crap out.
Really?
Gotcha.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him yet. Oh, that sounds like fun.
He's a lot of fun to use.
And
he's got a thing too where like he teleports basically. He'll just go into the back, and like if you're close enough, it will hurt you when he teleports. As well. Yeah. He's got a lot of tools. He's
a fun play. He's definitely a fun play. But the one thing I hate is like, okay, so like if in the rifts, they give you side missions. The ones that allows you to, if you play or if you win with character from Looney Tunes and stuff like that. There is like some of them are like saying, hey, you beat this as the female banana guard, and then I'm like, well, how you get the female banana guard? Nowhere in sight on where you can find that. Then by luck, I looked at the list of like the stuff to get unlocks, And to get the female banana guard, you have to sign in 7 days in a row straight. So I'm thinking to myself, why did you put that 7 days in the row, like that to get this character, but yet you're unlocking this ability for that rift a whole week before and stuff. So you're telling me it's impossible for you to actually finish it, finish it already. It's like,
it just makes you come back and play more. That's all it is.
Well, it doesn't make me want to go back to go do that stuff, because rifts are not, to play, if you play with other people, maybe it's going to be fun, but I feel like it's a lot of work just to get all this, these unlocks. And the only reason why I'm doing the rifts is so I can get Agent Smith for free. That's all I'm doing it for.
No, that's all. It's same. It is literally, it's like, well, I'm not going to pass up on a free character.
Right.
If it, you know what I mean? Like I will do the things for that, but it does kind of get a little
repetitive and monotonous. Monotonous. Yeah. So
I hope they whenever they do updates or look at things, that they go back and look at the progression and do something about it. Because I could see that getting boring quickly, and for me it's not enough to just grind out for cosmetics and stuff like that. For characters, but don't make it so grindy that like you get one character per like 100 freaking hours of played or something.
Ooh, yeah, no kidding, man. I mean,
I haven't looked at the math, but like the Gleamium, you have to do certain things in order to get it, and it takes 1,000 Gleamium in order to be able to purchase. Is that and 6,000? I can't remember. It takes 2 currencies in order to unlock characters.
It takes 2 currencies. Well, the Gleamium is Gleamium is real money.
That's the real stuff. Yeah.
And then the other currency is the in-game money. And you're saying there's things that uses both?
The character, to unlock characters, you need both currency. It's 1,000 Gleamium and 6,000 whatever the other thing is.
That has to
Here, I found a way to get him early.
What do you mean, dude? It's not either, huh?
I found a way to get him early, so I put it in chat. That way you guys don't have to work so hard.
I mean,
who early?
Agent Smith.
Is it buy him?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that is one way to get early.
Because I tried to see how many hours does it take, and like Reddit was going crazy over the math, but this guy posted like, I already got him. Like, wait, what?
I don't see it on Discord. I don't see it in
there.
No,
I threw it into the chat. Just in case anybody else wants to get into.
I'm looking.
Figure it.
See, look, it's a silver. If you look at if you pull that video up, it shows you the 2 different currencies. Kind of see how I'm working his rift thing now.
Who, the Joker or Velma's thing?
Agent Smith. Well, both.
Wait, how do you get? Oh, is this rift open? Because right now you can only unlock 2.
It's only the 2, yeah.
Oh, this is an IGN video too. What?
That's why I was like, it's legit. So
interesting.
You're welcome. They posted it to Reddit.
Okay, I'll look this up later. But that's interesting. Okay, but as for but dude, if they're going to be asking you to pay real money and then ask you to play in-game currency for one character, that's way too much. That is way too much.
Well, you can get them both, and you can get Gleamium in the game as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can, but you're not getting a lot of it.
Clearly, the incentive is buy these Gleamiums.
Yeah.
And you don't gotta wait.
Sounds like the same when grinding for Fortnite battle passes. But Fortnite battle passes I think is more reachable than what I'm currently going through right now. That's what I feel. Like
I agree.
Yeah, because like Fortnite battle passes, I think you really get your money's worth for Fortnite battle passes. Because like they have so much that they give you in that. This it doesn't feel that way at all. But I mean that's just my opinion. Yeah,
but it's fun. It does feel sluggish, and it's weird because it seems like they removed more than they added during their hiatus. Like that's why I was tripping. I was like, "What do you mean we can't all play together?" Because there was a free for all. And I didn't even realize that it's not even in the freaking game anymore, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can either play solo or you can play with one other person.
That was a big knock.
guess you can create a custom lobby.
Yeah, that was a big knock about it though, because they were saying though too, like you didn't even notice it. The small stuff, like they said, like you can't, like when you disconnect from a game, or if you say no on a rematch, it doesn't tell you who did or any of that stuff like it did in the original one and stuff. I was like, oh, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah. So that's a knock about it right now. But keep in mind, like this is the game as a service, so things will change.
Oh, for sure.
I just think that. I think the most important thing is that they need to change their structure on their characters, like on the microtransactions so far, because right now you're moving heaven and earth on just trying to get stuff done. But anyways, I digress. But that's for me though. Like I did, I went to DreamHack this morning actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I forgot it's totally down there.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of people in town.
Dude, the FGC has shown up. A lot of people from the FGC because it's an important one this year.
Broly Legs tournament, right?
No, it's not Broly Legs. This was a official tournament for you to be like top 8. Anyone who gets in the top 8 in Street Fighter will be eligible to go to do the tournament that's in I want to say in the Middle East. I forgot. Somewhere in the Middle East or something. And it's a big tournament because the prize pool is $60 million for that is nuts. Is that insane? That's the largest like prize pool I've ever seen for a fighting game.
Did you say 60 million?
Yeah. It's not saying first place is getting 60 million. It's total prize pool is $60 million. Yeah.
Still,
it's a lot of money. Huge. I mean, because usually
start training.
Usually like Capcom's Cup is now hitting about $1 million for the champion now. I mean, you're obviously the number one's gonna get over $1 million in my opinion. But like, but it is half of that goes to the state, unfortunately. Oh, I mean, it's still money. I mean, it's still a lot of money. I mean, but like
does it go to the state? It's in Saudi Arabia.
This one's
sorry. I don't know if it's in Saudi Arabia. It's in the Middle East. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. I know there's a lot going on in the Middle East. They are investing heavily in the esports and video games.
They have the money to do it, man. Like they have like
look at the Embracer Group. That was a freaking $2 billion deal.
Is Embracer Middle Eastern? I didn't know that.
No. Oh. They were, that deal was with a Middle Eastern company.
Oh, Savvy. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's a fun. No, I enjoyed myself though. DreamHack is a fun one. I might go again tomorrow. For science. But anyways, but the big thing is, is just it's very fun. It's very cool, dude. Like there was a lot of cool stuff. There was a lot of cool people. It's actually kind of, what's even cool though too? There was a couple people that actually that listened to the show, which I did definitely appreciate.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there was one dude that was like,
tell us, inflate our ego.
Yeah, they're right. Inflate the ego. Exactly.
We're Smitty, but not me. So it's fine.
Love us. Yes, exactly. It was actually funny because I don't know where I was at. I think I was at a booth. I was trying out an indie game, and then this guy is like, "Hey, your voice sounds familiar." It's like, "Oh yeah." I mean, it's like, "Are you on YouTube?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm on YouTube." It's like, I have a podcast called the CFG Gamecast, and then they're like, Oh, okay, yeah. I've heard y'all before. He didn't tell me specifically. I was like, but yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. That's awesome, man. It's really cool. Anything for science, Drago Reaper.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
right. So yeah, I had a good time. It was actually very, very fun. And I did play. I was gonna stream more this week, but I couldn't. But I did stream some V Rising, and I've been playing a lot of V Rising in the background. And I've been loving it so far, man. I'm stuck right now, but
I need to get back in, dude. I know.
Yeah, dude.
We need to get some time in this weekend.
Yeah, I'm playing in brutal mode. It's a hard, these bosses are not are no joke.
I don't know how he's doing it solo, dude. I would be getting worked.
because I'm good. I'm good at games. I mean, like I mean, I'm not.
No. That statement goes through with dust. You, on the other, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, Jesus! No, I'm good at games. By default, I always play by default. My number one rule, and I've always done this by default. Hardest level. Put it in the hardest difficulty. It doesn't matter in the games.
That's a full game experience.
Yeah, including like freaking Elden Ring and all that stuff. Yeah, so I do. Yeah,
you know what I do when it gives me the option? I'm like, I don't have anything to prove. You don't know me, and then I pick medium.
It's like I don't need to prove myself to you.
First off, you don't know me. Don't talk to me like that.
Yeah,
I already beat this game 15 years ago.
When the game says to you, like, do you just want to play for the story? I'm like, hell no, I don't. I was like, I gotta earn that.
Yeah, I gotta earn that story.
Yeah, I gotta earn the story to get to that point. Every game I play hard mode, every single game. Now there's 2 games, I will admit, 2 games as of like during this kind of generation, I kind of, not generation, but recently that I had to put it down because it was too hard. But like, it was really random. One of them was oddly enough Darksiders 3, you know, and that one was impossible for me. I just couldn't get past. And I think the other one was God of War, the first God of War that was on the PS4. And it's because I just could not beat the trees. Like I just couldn't do it. It was ridiculous.
Beat the trees.
Did you say you couldn't beat the trees?
Yeah, the trees are like, you know what I'm talking about, right? There's little small.
You can't beat them, huh?
There were these weird tree mobs.
Gotta beat them harder.
Yeah,
just whack them off real good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
I thought that's where he was going with it.
No,
whack them.
Hilarious.
No, okay.
Yeah,
hilarious.
But anyways, I know y'all don't want to talk about the difficulty levels that I like to put myself into or get into crazy situations. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion in the world of video games that happened in the world in the previous week. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry, like I just said. But we do not want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch, YouTube, and on Kick to be a part of the conversation as always. So if there is something that you're wanting to chime in or wanting to talk or reply about, by all means, just type it inside the chat. We will love to talk it out with you. It's a really fun experience. Before we start, Dragon Reaper, how is the new V Rising stuff? I am loving the new V Rising stuff. They changed the item looks, the item tabs in the status menu. And they also changed some of the status, and they added some new V Blood bosses. So they did a really good job on this. So I really, besides some of the frustrations, and I will admit though too, the thing that kind of throws me off is the item level system. Oh yeah. Because it really kind of like because you can't grind. You're in a position where you cannot grind. I mean, it was like that before, but I think it makes it more challenging, and that's what I love. So
Adam beat it a whole year ago, and then he started all over again. So
that's what he said. Yeah, he's saying that he liked the fact that I started in brutal mode too, because that was actually kind of funny.
I was like, he needs help. Go help him get up. After podcast last week, I wrote on. It was like they need help, and I left a little note. He woke up right as I placed it.
Yeah, when I'm done with this, I'm probably going to be playing some more later this evening. So if anyone wants to go with it, yeah. So anyways, but let's get in through the normal rigmarole there. So this is my topic. So this on Wednesday, was it Wednesday? No, Thursday. Thursday we had the PlayStation State of Play. Now. As of late, Sony has really been, wowing us, and they've been kind of curbing your expectations of what to expect on the upcoming Sony for really until within the next couple of years. They haven't really been, as energetic as they normally are when it comes to announcements and stuff on games. But they did announce that that this week was going to be their state of play. They were going to announce 14 new games and some IPs and stuff. And so I checked it. I checked it out when it came out live, and I have to say, like, it was there. I mean, there wasn't really anything that was just that was a big wow factor. I mean, some of the stuff that was introduced, like the first game that came in. Might as well. Donk says 14 new Superman games. Superman 64 HD remaster. That's what's going to be. Yeah, but yeah. So the first game that they announced was one of the game as a service games that they've been working on for a while, called Concord. They actually had a showing of what the game looked like. The video sequences of the game looks really, really cool. But it's a 5v5 hero shooter that's going to be with, like, their own different world of, I guess they are vigilantes, I suppose, but I don't know yet. But the game, I mean, it's there, not my cup of tea. And oddly enough, this game had a lot of downvotes. Like the trailer got a lot of downvotes. Mm-hmm. Like no one's really caring about this as much, which is not a good sign for its success. I mean, this is the only frame of reference that we have for the game, so we don't know if it will be successful or not. However, it just doesn't seem like it's going to be, like, it's not having a good start. And side note on this though too, because this is what I find very funny about this. Fans of Overwatch are, like, loyal as hell. I had no idea, like, this until I started reading, like, Reddits about, like, this about the trailer for this. They were just like they were talking so much crap about this game, like saying that this is just the Overwatch clone. And I'm like, well, so the frick what, man? It's like Overwatch 2 dropped the ball, like, so badly.
Overwatch did not create the hero shooter genre.
They opened a door. Maybe a window. Yeah. A window. They opened a window.
They did. I mean, it's not just straight. I mean, you know what I mean? Ability. I mean, no, if they're not, I don't know why. I don't know why there is so much hate for it.
Isn't that weird? Like, that's weird to me.
They have nothing going on in their life. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well,
nothing going on. Get some goddamn lives. God.
Yeah.
Not in the game.
It just doesn't even make any sense to me. I'm just like, when I was hearing, like, people, like, talking in the back, because from the overall, people are not expecting much about this game. But I'm not going to say anything until the game actually comes out. The real question is, how is this game going to come out? How is this game going to come out? Like, is it going to play? I mean, because this game, if it's a Sony game, I'm assuming you're going to be paying an amount. This isn't going to be a free-to-play game. This does not look like a free-to-play game. And also their promises that what they're going to do to support it. Like, they're saying weekly video, like, video, like, cutscene kind of things and stuff like that within it and stuff. Like, it doesn't seem like this is going to be something that they're going to be depending to do a free-to-play model on. So I'm just thinking that this game is going to be a full value of like $60 or $70, and but at the same time have obviously going to have battle passes, but just pray to God that they're just not going to be like, they're going to be charging arm and legs for like when they add more characters and stuff like that for a game that you paid $70 already in the base of. So I'm not holding my breath, but I don't really care much for it, but that me personally. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say, Lex?
I think people who hate on stuff that isn't even out, you're only getting a small glimpse of it, and you're already jumping to conclusions and assumptions. To you, that small group of people, I hope you stub your toe every night. I genuinely do. As you are getting into bed after all of your vitriol that you spill, I hope you stub your toe. That is what I hope for you. It looks neat. The animation looks great. It looks fantastic. I haven't played it, so I can't give you. It looks fantastic. Is it similar to Overwatch? Sure, a little bit.
We don't even know.
And then
I don't even know.
We don't know. It could be totally different. But yeah, you're right. The loyalty to Overwatch and like the failed attempt of Overwatch 2 is just it to me it's mind-boggling. Number one, it's a game. Put down the controller, go sniff some grass. I don't know, face plant into the grass and sniff it. Because some of y'all need a reality check. It's just a game.
Well, I mean, gamers communities are just are ruthless. As you all know, as it is. But
I get it.
I'm just saying,
we have an online life, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just as real to us as it is to our offline friends. Because I hang out with you guys more than I hang out with my offline friends, but I think equally are fantastic, right? Mm. But at the end of the day, it is just a game. It doesn't haunt my nightmares. It doesn't cause me, you know what I mean? Like it's not out to get me. I just think some people need to chill a little bit. You know what I mean? Right. Like we don't know what it is yet. Come, sit down, be quiet, and let's see. Okay.
Time to cook? Yeah, we'll see. Right. Yeah. Also, they announced that they actually have a street date for God of War Ragnarok coming to PC, which is I believe it's going to be in September. So that's going to be a fun one. I think hopefully the system that they implemented on this with the PlayStation's whatever what Sony was doing with the their app or whatever that you have to sign in. You don't have to sign in for this one, but we'll see how that goes. There's also a trailer. Oh, there was a game trailer. There's a gameplay trailer. I didn't see this. Okay, hold on. Of Concord. Oh, there's a gameplay trailer of Concord. Hold on, let me see.
I heard about it, but I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I wonder if they just posted it today.
I'm at it right now.
Yeah. The purple guy's really pretty.
Purple guy? What purple guy?
Yeah, in this game. I'm watching the big old
we're talking about the big dude guy. Okay,
yeah.
I was thinking
pretty.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is the gameplay trailer. So we'll see if that makes it any better. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, but we'll see.
Grimace, yeah,
the Grimace. Yoked up Grimace.
He does. We'll see. It was a sniper. I was like, there's only 4 players. No, there's a sniper.
Yeah, but then immediately after this trailer, they did show off. They talked about Marvel Rivals, which is the game I'm anticipating. That's the game that will come out. Yeah, they announced that there was going to be a closed beta that's going to happen on June 25th. So I don't know how to get it. They didn't give any information on how to get into the beta, but if y'all are listening to me at ease. Don't tell Adam, don't tell me, you son of a bitch. None of these bastards didn't want me to go into the goddamn closed alpha test. I'm still salty about that. It's been 2 weeks. 3 weeks. So no. Look at me. Let me in this freaking beta. That's what I need. That's what I need from you. So yeah, that just irritates me. Yes. Especially now
I didn't do it.
Yeah, they added 2 new characters in this one. They announced 2 new characters. They announced Venom and Adam Warlock in it too. Then they also they kind of soft announced that there's also trio team attacks now. Yeah. Okay. So they didn't do that before because I think there was the highest they had in the closed alpha was a duo.
Right. One or the other,
yeah. So it's going to be pretty good. It will be pretty good. So that one. So look out for the closed beta test. I believe it's only going to be on PS5 for the test. What? And at least this one's going to be.
No. It's not just on PS5, but PS5 does get an exclusive skin.
Priority.
A Scarlet, like Spider-Man, I think, or something like that.
Scarlet Spider.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But the beta is only going to be on
PC as well.
I know, but I'm saying the beta is only going to be on PS5. That's the beta. The beta test is only PS5. No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be on PC. Yeah, that's what they were saying.
No, I'm pissed.
Oh, let me see. Let me pull the thing.
Also, the gameplay looks more like Valorant. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Right.
I also was watching it on.
The art is
it looks great. Yeah, it looks cool. Visually, it's stunning. I wonder what that's like with my glasses off. Now that you're going to play it again.
No, I'm not. I put something else on.
Oh, well, fuck me then, right?
Yeah. Yes, there you go. Game will be coming PS5.
I did.
So let's see, beta.
This is pretty.
Yeah,
I know what this is.
Just PlayStation beta. Just PlayStation beta. That's it.
Circumcised Cyclops.
Oh, that's
yeah.
dumb. It says they said that I was going to be in the.
I didn't accept the alpha, so I probably am out for the beta.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not playing it on PlayStation 5.
Because they said, within the closed alpha, if you reached level 10, you were automatically put into the closed beta. But if it's just for PS5, that's kind of weird.
My 1,300 hours on Lucio for nothing. I'm just kidding.
Well, it doesn't matter. You didn't even accept it. So.
Listen, I was sick, okay? Adam should have jumped on.
He did. He should have.
I asked him to check my emails one day, and he was like, "Nah." I was like,
"There it is.
There's the game." He was like, "No."
The game will be coming to PlayStation 5. The first closed beta test for At least the good news is that this is going to be this is a beta test, so not an alpha. So it's going to be more along than I thought that it was going to be. So that's good news. Anyways, so this is what I'm looking forward to, and this is going to be a good one to have. But they also did an announcement for Dynasty Warriors Origins, which is going to be which is something that I'm surprised that they haven't. When I thought about it, I was like, wow, they haven't made a Dynasty Warriors in a bit.
You know what? It reminds me so much of Shogun. When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh.
Shogun plays differently though. Yeah.
No, the show.
Oh, the show, yeah. This dude, like, this is they're going actually. This is a prologue of all the Dynasty Warriors that we played in the past 30 years. That's what I find very funny about this. So maybe there's only going to be one character here or whatever, It's just but the fact that it's going to be back to seeing a Muso again, because that's the one thing I haven't seen in a long time is these kind of fighting game or these kind of attacking, just ridiculous army of one situation kind of deals, So that's going to be a fun one. So that was announced at the on the show. They showed some scenes of the Silent Hill 2 remake, which was also very, very highly anticipated. That one looks like really good. That the stuff like Pyramid Head and the nurses, the bandaged nurses and stuff like that. That was the Silent Hill 2. So that's probably going to be up Lex's alley there. And and there's also a brand new IP called Where the Winds Meet. This game
after the poem.
I didn't know there's a poem, but yeah, I guess sure.
Listen. I'm a girl of many worlds. Okay.
Yeah. So this one is going to be like how the look of it. I don't quote me on this, but this looks like Neo, but because it's also this is going to be like a multiplayer game though too. Yeah. So this is going to be so it's going to be very interesting and very interesting how this is going to work. So it's going or it could be like what's it called the game that you played Wolong. Or was it called Wolong? Oh
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's gonna be like that with some Souls like kind of style of play to it. Looks pretty cool though, but
that's cool. I like the fish.
Yeah, the fish. Yeah, they're also showing the official. They showed some clips of Path of Exile 2 coming to PS5. Which is going to be a pretty cool one. It's going to be it's going to go on other systems too as well. Like
I was about to say, are you breaking Dust's heart right now?
They wouldn't do that. That game is free to play, so they definitely can't afford. They can't afford being on an exclusive.
Just housing it there.
Yeah. So then,
boy.
Yeah, you also got Until Dawn, the remaster. So that that one's having a treatment of
I never got to play the first one.
Yeah, they're taking it from the ground up.
I never finished it.
That game was great. I mean, that showed really good graphics for the PS4. Now they built it. They broke it down and built it back up from the ground up for PS5. So it's built specifically for PS5's engine. So yeah, that one, it's actually kind of funny. People were kind of salty about this, which was actually kind of funny because people felt like. That if they got the original one that they should get this one for free, and I'm like,
no.
I understand that. I understand that, but dude, like, if they built like the game, yeah, it sucks that it's a game that you've already bought a long time ago. But they built this game again from the ground up, just like even when no one asked for them to do it, they did the same thing for The Last of Us Part 2, and even though it was a terrible idea, you got to understand that they would definitely charge for that because it's a production game. It's still a game. It's still a game that was in production that you create that they redid all of it. You know, specifically to upgrade the PS5. Don't know why they decided to do it, but they did. But Until Dawn seems like it's a game it's been so long that they could that I think they can get away with it. Yeah. It's a $70 game. That's debatable. I don't know.
Well, Drago said that he heard they changed a few things in the game, which makes it exciting. Also, I don't know if it works like this, but we've been playing not Until Dawn, but the next one. Gosh, why can't I remember it? Drago, help me out. But we were using Parsec as like a couch co-op. So that we could all play together, even though some of us are in the Middle East, some of us are in Canada, some of us are in Vegas, some of us are in Chicago. You know?
I don't know if was that game multiplayer. I don't think that game was multiplayer.
Yeah,
Until Dawn was not multiplayer. I'm pretty sure Until Dawn was not multiplayer.
It's called After Dawn. Apologies, okay.
After Dawn. There we go. Yeah.
No, but people played couch co-op with that, like making their choices and stuff.
I mean, maybe like on the outside, but like I know that you couldn't. I mean, it was just like maybe
what do I know? Sit down, Lex.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Then they also had some other. They had some other games like they had a trailer for a like kind of like a cutesy game called Infinite Nikki, which was basically like a girl in a different world.
Designer, yeah. Lizard also would love that game.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, definitely. Then they surprisingly also had two PSVR VR games, which one of them looks really interesting. One of them was an Alien Rogue Incursion, which looked really cool, but like me for VR, I just can't do it. But and then also another game called Behemoth, which was a like an RPG like kind of thing. So those that was basically it of PSVR. PSVR is dead in my opinion. I just don't think that.
I actually thought there would be more stuff. Yeah, for PSVR too. I mean, the big thing is that right now it's not viable just because, and that's why they're working hard on this compatibility with PC and being able to run PC stuff. It's like, why would you box it out so much from so much other content, making it proprietary to PlayStation? I said it from the jump off. I was like, that was a big mistake on their part.
Mm-hmm. Well, the biggest issue with all the stuff, the writing on the wall with Sony shutting down the like a lot of their first party studios that were in charge of PSVR games specifically, I was just thinking that they weren't going to be doing a lot of support. Like they were kind of back into support. And plus, one of the one of the most popular PSVR games is now a game that's coming out to console, which is a good segue to say that Astrobot, the game, is now coming to PS5. Is the new game that's coming out this September, which I will say looks amazing, looks freaking great for it. This is but it's a game that's going to be that I think may not sell like hundreds of millions because the style is a platformer. In this style, this is Astrobot was the spokesperson for PSVR, and then they decided to not put it on the VR system or any accessibility for it. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was very first game. The reason its popularity was from the VR itself. Was from VR itself, and then it switched over to it. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying that PSVR is bad. I'm just saying that like overall, like I just think that the way they're supporting VR, it seems like they're taking a step back. And like you were saying about specifically for PS conversion to the PC is just for them for people to make people feel like they didn't just throw away $500 for the system. So and I mean, it is what it is at this point. Donk says PSVR Gran Turismo is fantastic, and I believe you. I've heard a lot of things about that. So, but the biggest one though, for me, my personal favorite game out of all of this that came out that was announced was Monster Hunter Wilds coming. They don't have a date yet, but we're already estimating that this is going to come out in 2025. They said in the Game Awards that this game is coming out summer 2025. So they actually showed gameplay of a gameplay trailer of what to expect on this. The look of it looks amazing. The
clean.
Some of the new mechanics. They didn't really show a lot of new mechanics, but they did show weathering effect and like the dust storm. When they're fighting these folks and stuff, while you're on your mount, you can attack now, which is really crazy. So I definitely am loving it. I spent 2,000 hours on Monster Hunter World. Now, the one thing that I hope, I just pray to God that I hope they do is that they make this day one on PC or show cross play. Like personally, I would be fine playing it on PS5, but the way they treated the previous rendition of this into there was no crossplay to PC. There was no cross progression. So if you wanted to switch over to PC, you had to start again all the way from scratch and then go all the way up and stuff. Like I pray that they're going to show something. Well, Hopefully Capcom ID is going to be doing will have it done right this time around and won't do what Exoprimal like experienced. So let's just pray to God on that.
Dude, I started over for it.
Yeah.
For PC. I regret
never gonna
it.
Happen. Yeah. Never gonna happen for me. When I said it's when I found out that you can't move your save over, I was like, I'm not buying it on PC. Simple as that. I was like, there's no way.
Somebody bought it for me on PC. They're like, but I want to play with you. I'm like, for one person, I'm starting over.
No
JTZ.
way.
And I did. Yeah. And he played with me twice.
Yeah.
So mad.
Absolutely no way in hell that I will ever do that for this game, because I was just like the thing that got me
controller.
Yeah, the thing that got me with Worlds though too was that like this was also the first one that they had a story to it, and that story was boring as hell. And I just couldn't. I was like all I want is I want to kill these monsters so I can give my avatar a hat. Simple as that. I don't need the lore or anything like that. Yes, there you go.
Just a fuzzy little hat.
Yeah, but no, this is my pick
for all
the
pals.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely have pals. Definitely. But this is definitely my pick of the pick out of all of the litter itself. It's gonna be this and Astrobot was the big two that I was interested in. But we'll see. What about for you, Smitty? When you watched when you were watching this, what'd you think?
This was, again, they stated earlier too that we're not going to be getting any kind of major drops this year from them. We already knew that was coming. I thought maybe that there would be, not really. This was about what I thought it was going to be. I can't remember if they have any other kind of times where they do major announcements throughout the year. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't heard anything really about the PlayStation Pro or PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm guessing that's probably going to be announced at least at some point in time, but game wise, I wasn't expecting a lot. I love Dynasty Warriors, so I was really pumped about that. Astrobot is a fun, I had no idea, with the VR tie-ins and stuff like that. We played Astrobot here for, I think it was the PS5, and loved it as a family. And it really gave you a good, nostalgia, all the nostalgia and stuff like that. But at the same time, it really showed you kind of what the capabilities of the haptic feedback in their controllers were, which I thought they did a great job with that. So fun little adventure. But yeah, it was all right. It was about what I expected. I didn't expect a lot. So, yeah. And Monster Hunter Wilds, that looks cool. But I think I learned something from Monster Hunter Worlds. I don't think Monster Hunter is for me.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's for me. There doesn't seem to be a purpose to the game other than, and I get it. I mean, there is. You hunt, you make clothes or armor sets, and then you do it again.
Dude, you can't
15
even
more times.
You can't even say that. If you're cool with Exo Primal, how can you not be cool with Monster Hunter?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Exo Primal, all it is doing wave and wave of dinosaurs.
No, they got different objectives. That's closer to Overwatch than a Monster Hunter, dude. What are you talking about? There's PvE and PvP. What are you talking about, dude? You have no idea what you're talking about.
This is ridiculous. Anyways, yeah.
What a weird comparison.
So State of Play on this it came and gone. I mean, there was we'll see how it's going to go. Like I said, the expectations of it was met, so I really wasn't disappointed in whatever they were showing.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it's going to turn out. See when the games come out, we'll see. But it's a good starting point from what comes up on Friday on the summer game festival. So who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Lex, what do you bring to the table?
Turn. So interesting article came up across my feed. Hi. Yes, ma'am. So I don't know if, I'm sure a majority of you guys don't know, but there is a website called engineowning.to, and they release cheats for COD, Modern Warfare 3, all of the Warzones, CS2, a bunch of games. So they were brought to court again because previously they settled for $3 million. But now Activision is taking them to court again and won a $14.5 million lawsuit, not including the $300,000 for attorney's fees. And not only that, the craziest part of this is Activision, by the courts, were granted engineowning.to, the website. Ooh. So they basically said, give me your money, give me your website, and now you may go. It's crazy, right? So
yeah,
they were taken to court. I want to say in 2022, the ruling was about $3 million, and then within 7 days, they were able to get their website back up and running. Okay, so clearly they've been making cheats this whole time, and then Engine Owning came out and said, "We hope and think that our domain registrar will not defer to this bogus claim that would not have been approved by any clear-headed judge with even basic democratic values and a proper jurisdiction."
What?
And then they came out and said that their Modern Warfare 3 cheat that they had already come out with that people paid for that was not active at the time. They said, don't worry, we've been working on the new anti-cheat system. So as soon as we're done with that, you'll get what you paid for back up and running and then some.
Wow.
So I don't know if Activision is playing checkers and these guys are playing chess, but hello? But now they've taken them to court again, and our U.S. jurisdiction is like, all right, your website, all your money goes to them. Ta-da, we're done here. And Engine is saying no, because we're not in the United States. So screw you. Curious what you guys thought.
Well, I mean, like, it's kind of weird. I mean, like, well, do they have any U.S. representation? That's the weird thing I don't understand.
I assume so, because it looks like they did. I would assume that they have to go to court, right? But if they're not in the United States and they're sent a summons, they could just say no. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying, because like it's kind of weird because you're saying the last time that they got a court summons, they were sued directly or whoever directly, because like right now if they're gonna go with that mentality, then their mentality is that they're not recognizing American law at that point. So like, why would they even go through out of their way to settle the first time if that was and then putting the card saying like, oh, we don't live here, so we don't care what you think, or let alone. Like the other way around though too. If California knows that these people don't live here, then like why would they waste their time on even trying to put the lawsuit in the first place?
Right.
So
and I'm assuming that they did get their payout the first time, but now this time they're like, no. And what's hysterical is when they got sued the last time, their tweet basically like, don't worry guys, we're back up and running within 7 days. Underneath that, people had been hard banned, HWID banned, and everybody in their chat underneath their Twitter post was just like, I've been hard banned, blah, 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 because Activision was looking at their Twitter and then able to see who was purchasing. And then,
wow.
Yeah.
Dummies.
So,
played yourself.
Thank you. That's what I said. I was like, you should have kept your mouth shut. Who are you? I don't know. Why are you coming on my timeline? That's strange.
Oh my God.
Unfollowed.
Yeah. I'm familiar with this stuff. That's like one of my secret pleasures is watching these these cheater, like these people that like do coverage on cheaters and stuff like that, especially in FPS and like these streamers and things like that. Obviously these things have been around for a while and they have to change. Every time there's a new season, they have to come up with new stuff and whatnot. But it seems that, and there's been a lot of talks and there's a lot of weird things because like there's talks and I'm pretty sure exists. There's a whitelist of like streamers and stuff like that can get people like insta-banned. I think Activision knows these people are cheating. I don't know what it is, if it's Raven Square or Ravensoft, or who it is that's all of a sudden starting to enforce this stuff. I know at least on the rank play, there have been a ton of people that have been permanently banned from rank play, at least in Warzone and stuff like that. And it's a ton of these Warzone streamers. Like you can go and look on the list and there is like, these people are no longer on the list because they've been getting banned and stuff like that. So something triggered them to go hard in the paint on all this stuff. And I'm wondering, what it is or whatever. So we'll see. What?
What?
Oh, it looked like, were you falling asleep while I was talking?
Me?
No.
It's, I was like, what?
You guys saw that.
Something got into my eye, and I'm like, what
he's
the freak
cleaning out his eye.
Yeah.
But think about it too.
Am I entertaining you?
Did I make you fall asleep? That's hilarious.
No, I think too, it's crazy is like these companies build these games, right? They don't want people to cheat. They come out with anti-cheat companies that they work with, right? To then build these programs in to stop it. And then these jackholes are sitting there coming up with ways to get around it. Like that's got to be frustrating for Activision.
Oh,
I don't play
so.
CSGO. I don't play Counter-Strike. I don't play COD anymore. Because I was playing with a bunch of cheaters. It was so frustrating all the time. Like I'm being good and you jerkholes are winning because I am choosing not to cheat. Like, no.
Well, I think it goes bigger than that though. Cause they're doing this stuff at tournaments, winning money and stuff like that. That's
professional players and stuff.
Like,
yeah.
I'd be pissed. Number one, if I was a player up against that stuff,
right.
But like they are actively winning money and things like that. So like, there's a lot more to it, and I think that there, what I mean. Like there should be a ripple effect from, and I think we're starting to see it from these cheat makers to these people that are purchasing the these cheat makers, and I think there has to be more too because they're doing these online tournaments using cheats and winning freaking money. Yeah, that's not fair.
Well, and there was just so recently there was that tournament, and a bunch of players were like, "Something happened to my
World
computer."
Series of Warzone, like it's a huge tournament. It's a big tournament.
Engine That's what that was, because there's no more pop-ups if you're playing in tournaments on your screen, because if you're streaming, then people can see that, right? So they stopped doing the pop-ups in your thing. So people are getting hacked, and then engine owning was the program.
Yeah.
I
it was
like,
even the problem because it was a physical thing. It was a LAN last year in Europe, and people were injecting shit into their PCs. But then, it was because I follow along this stuff. Like this dude or this channel, Call a Shame, however you feel about them. They do a lot of that hacker hunters and stuff like that. And dude, it was like, to me it's blatant how, it's like nobody shoots that straight. How can they even see the people? I can't even see the freaking people, and they are just headshotting. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
I was behind a rock 1,000 yards away. Stop it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So I feel like this year they're really cracking down and legitimately cracking down on that stuff. But they've been talking about this stuff for years now, and it especially being rampant. And obviously, it's not just Call of Duty. I know, it happens in Apex, it happens in CS:GO, it happens in basically any game, Destiny. There's always cheaters. If there's a competitive element, there will be shit. Even when it's not competitive, there's still cheaters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the biggest. This, when it comes to cheating, when it comes to the FPSs, and especially when it comes to stuff like Counter-Strike and CO and COD and all that stuff, it's just a never-ending war when it comes to this kind of deal. Yeah. And then what makes it worse is that to hold someone or anyone responsible is such a hard uphill battle to do it. And then they're like, but at least, at least unfortunately on paper, it sounds like California is trying to fight it by doing what they're doing, by saying, oh, we're going to take you could take their website and then you give them $15 million. But in reality, they're not going to do it. They're not going to get, they have no obligation to, if they're not if they're in a different country, or if the country that they're in is they're protected by their laws from the outside towards all of this. And then yet it's weird because I feel like anti-cheating in this deal, especially on how things are set up, is such an uphill battle, because on both sides don't like it. People who don't cheat don't like the fact of putting an anti-cheat on it, because it's utilizing a lot of your personal resources on your own personal PC. And then two, they feel like, oh, that's a lot of it. That's like personal information that they don't want to share to to a bigger company and things like that. Then on the opposite end, they're already like thinking, oh, okay, they did it this way. We're gonna find out a way to get around that, and we're gonna make it even better. So it's kind of like, this is like a fight that I don't even know we're ever going to see it win or possible. Because like even the announcement of them saying, okay, you owe Activision $15 million, and would they take their website? What's stopping them to make a new website? With a new LLC or a new what's it called?
Or even give them the logins. Like they don't feel that they have to. So
they don't. Yeah,
good luck.
They definitely don't. But like I said, they're doing their best. But unfortunately, I think we're to a point where like, unless something
like
changes,
Hydra. You cut off one head, two more pop up.
Yeah. Yep. Unless there's like a drastic change. Unless there's like a drastic change on how servers are pushing out these online plays like differently to make cheating like virtually impossible, we're not going to see the end of it at all. It's just gonna get worse. It's gonna magnify people, and then if professional players get caught, then they get caught and hopefully get banned for life. I don't know. But yeah, it's unfortunate. But I guess I guess this news, I guess it's just news for it. So we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Right. Smitty, you're next, buddy.
Why don't you close this off, Smitty?
Yeah, I got one that I found. I don't know if you've heard of it. This has been testing for a little bit now. You may have even seen it now in your YouTube, but it's called YouTube Playables. They have integrated games, essentially video games, directly into YouTube. I found it in my phone and on on the website as well. The games aren't anything special. They're like basically your typical mobile game just without ads, which is kind of nice. But, nothing crazy. They've got 75 games that it started out with here, and they've been testing this for a little bit now. They just recently expanded it. So if you haven't checked or you haven't been on YouTube yet, go on there and take a look. But I wanted to see what people's thoughts are, if they've had a chance to go into it, and what kind of is what's the play here? YouTube with games. This seems kind of weird. I know that there's been, they talked about the fact that, if they're running an ad, they would run something that's unplayable, something like that. People can directly tap into the ad and it'll take you directly to the game in app, no having to go out or anything like that. So I could see where the potential lies. But I also think it's interesting too, because this is essentially a platform, will they look at licensing bigger games? Would they look at possibly creating their own stuff? We know that they have that infrastructure for cloud gaming with Stadia. So, I mean, it looks like they're taking it and they're like, well, we're not going to let this go to waste. And we figured, when we talked about it, at least, with Stadia dying, at least they have that technology that worked really well, because Stadia was a solid cloud gaming base. So I thought this is interesting that this is popping up now, and just the potential that they could possibly use this platform with.
If they make it as hard for a person to go check out YouTube gaming, like specifically, like if the access, like how easy is it for you to access it? Like, is there
like, dude, it shows up on my homepage, like as I'm browsing stuff, like it'll be like almost like a carousel, and you can go directly from there, or there's like a tab as well on the website that I think you like click the hamburger menu and it's playables.
Yeah, because that's my one knock on YouTube. It's like the way with, I mean, yeah, if they're gonna give you free games, I mean, it's not gonna be. You have no complaints here on my side, but it's just the accessibility. Like, cause like for instance, YouTube gaming is there. YouTube and like YouTube Music is there. YouTube Music should have its own user interface to access, just like Spotify does, but it does not. Right. And it drives, and then they try, and it's so aggravating to link your stuff to your stereos and things like that, and show its presence, even though YouTube is still the number one resource to listen and watch music, which is the most ironic thing of all of this. Yeah, so so if when it comes to something like this, well, I mean, this is definitely not my cup of tea. I guess it's just accessibility. If they're actually going to be showing off, hey, this is what these are these phone games that you can play on your own and stuff like that. Now, I guess the real question is, like, is this going to be compatible if you're wanting to play with controller, or the only way you can play it is through mouse and keyboard, or just your phone and stuff? Do you know any of that?
I don't, and I didn't really get a chance. I mean, the games that they have on there don't really need a controller. There's not really anything on there complex enough to need a controller. It's literally, drag and drop games, or, whatever, things that are literally designed for mobile.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
See, and I just went to look because I was like, I don't think I've looked at YouTube in like the last 48 hours. It signed me out. I have to sign back in. I don't remember because I don't see it. I checked on my desktop, it's not there, so it must be on my phone and my phone only. But yeah, it logged me out.
No, it'll be on both.
Oh really? I don't see it on my YouTube on my desktop at all.
Maybe, are you sure is this officially out, or is this beta?
So they expanded it. That does not mean, and they are in the process of expanding it. So I don't know that. I don't think everybody has it per se. Okay. I just don't know if it's like a regional thing, or what their metrics are for who gets it and who doesn't. I
see it on the left. On the left here, it's like so on the left under the Explore area. It's the very last option that says playables.
Yes.
So yeah.
There it is. Sorry, just kidding. I do have it.
So there you go. Yeah. So
there you go.
So like
Turbo stars. I read that as turbo turds. I don't know why.
I think that overall, like, see, like right now, I just think like they have to be. It has to be like dashboard in your face. This doesn't seem like something like you, unless someone openly knows that they have this, because I didn't even know until you told me.
So when you're scrolling on your phone though, it shows up in a carousel every here and there between videos. And that, so it's a lot more prominent on the phone than it is, say, here on, because like those games are not really built for like, it's literally a freaking, you know, vertical even view on that, because I tried it both on my phone and here.
It's like in the commercials, like, you know, when you're on TikTok and then, you know, when you just randomly and then you see Hero Legends or whatever.
Mob Control. I keep seeing commercials for that, and I saw that there. I was like,
you see the fake, it's those fake games. It's like, is that the same experience that we're going to be getting as well?
That's what it looks like. That's that's what it looks like. It's just those random, like, there's some things like, but like there's just so random phone games that like here's a video, but the game looks nothing like the actual game.
Right. You're like, okay.
They got me on a couple of those. They got me.
The hero one. I kept seeing it, and finally I watched the whole commercial. Adam comes in, he goes, "You're thinking about it, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Don't. I already did. It is not that at all." I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, there are no hot
They already got me.
Okay.
Sold, indeed.
I was
man. So like, I mean, overall, like, if you're not paying anything for it, it doesn't hurt at all. So see where this is going to go. If it's if it's successful. I don't know if you want to be doing that at work, but it's successful. If it's successful, it's going to be successful. But like how Google's track record is that if you don't see enough eyes, then don't be surprised it will just disappear. Yeah. So I mean, if it's anyone's cup of tea,
I think too. You know, what they're talking about for ads and stuff like that, I think would be my guess is that they're selling that as a package to companies and whatnot for advertising, that premium dollars. And I think really it'll be based on if they're able to sell it or not, and if they get value on it. I think if they're able to sell it, but then the numbers aren't there, then people are going to start reevaluating and saying, do we really need to be paying this premium price for this advertising? Which, you know, again, that's going to be anywhere between 6 months to a year before you're like, you know, this isn't working. We're going to walk away from that. And that's, of course, if everything is essentially around economically that it is right now. Things can change too. So, you know, there's a lot of factors into that, but I was like, all right, man, like, just, you know, kind of weird, but it's available. It's there. I'm wondering if other people have seen it on their YouTube as well.
Very interesting. I didn't even know that it's there. To be fair, I didn't even know there was an explore option on the left hand side.
I didn't either. I never scroll down. I just more videos pop up and I watch them.
I just look at I just look at my feed, and that you know what? I'm not the only one. I bet you $1 million. So unless they do something that's going to show or give the person's attention that's what they have, Smitty. There you go. Exactly.
You just told the whole world.
Just spread the word. You spread the word out there and say, hey,
let people know.
Hey, they have playables now. You can play games on YouTube. It's like, there you go. So,
all right.
We'll see. Oh, man. Folks. Thank you for listening to episode number 221 of the CFG Gamecast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back again next week with a whole new series of new topics. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We release it on all podcast services at the beginning of each and every week. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices. Guys, also be sure check out our new spoiler cast of X-Men 97. It was a fun breakdown of that series. We can't wait for season 2, but that just came out yesterday, so definitely check that out and check out the rest of our awesome library on our main website, confreaksgeeks.com. So once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing out. Y'all take it easy.
Okay, late. Bye-bye.